Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance in Sacramento today, our Sacramento Bureau in the state capitol. We are joined by Juan Garcia. He is the Deputy Director of the California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. Tell us about the organization, sir.
Hi, Brad. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
The California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is the umbrella organization for the Hispanic and Latino Business Association, Hispanic Chambers of Commerce throughout the state of California. We divide our organization in 4 different regions, meaning that's how we segregate our chambers, Southern region, Central region, Northern region, and Inland Empire. And it goes from members that have 25 members to our biggest chamber, actually, the Chamber of E-commerce, who have 30,000 chambers businesses.
What qualifies a chamber to be part of your organization? Because I can think of some cities in our great state where probably the majority of businesses are Hispanic owned. But does that mean their local chamber is eligible to be part of your organization?
We actually get that a lot, and we have seen a movement of a lot of metro and city chambers to actually join our organizations, especially in communities such as
Imperial County,
LA, that have a really diverse and really Latino influence or predominant population. But when it comes to our organization, it's really specific. There has to be certified or registered through the Secretary of State as a Latino or Hispanic Chambers of Commerce.
Oh, so I didn't know that. The Secretary of State has a dedicated section for chambers that self-identify.
Yes, so it's a 501c6.
But with the, I don't know, the Calexico Chamber of Commerce, if they're just the Calexico Chamber of Commerce, could they be part of your organization?
Yes, they may. And we saw that happening. And so we created a second tier of membership, which is an affiliate.
I see.
And that's where we open it up not only for those organizations and those city chambers that want to be part of our organization, but also to the greater business or professional organizations that can also wants to also align with us. For instance, NLBWA is a Latino business. The National Latino Business Women Association.
Right, I know
They're
them.
gonna kill me for that.
No, I know them.
The NAREFs, the Realtor Association. So there are a few of those that can still join us. We provide services not only for their members, their businesses or agents, in case of NRF, but also a lot of services and opportunities when it comes to building up their leadership, building up the structure of the organization.
Are there issues, or what are the issues that are unique to Hispanic chambers? Because look, a business is a business. You want to sell your product, you want to sell your services. What's unique about an Hispanic business?
And as an outsider, somebody who's relatively young, and who has, comes from a university and then said, I want to do this. And it helps to understand, or it helps to really have a clear mindset when it comes to understanding them. I would say that when it comes to Hispanic businesses, and really their issues are pretty much dependent on who you ask. I would tell you that a need or an issue that a business in San Diego is facing will be completely different than somebody here in Sacramento. It's not only that whether that person has papers or not. It's no longer that. It's also when it comes to that access to information.
Because I presume that the businesses that are affiliated with an Hispanic chamber aren't necessarily Hispanic businesses. It's not as if they're selling products targeting only Hispanics. They're all types of businesses. Am I right?
You're right. You are. And again, there's. It really depends. It really depends.
That's fair.
I can tell you that there are different approaches to this. There are some of our members who decide that their members are only going to be businesses who are either Hispanic or who are who are Hispanic doing businesses with Hispanics.
Who are marketing to Hispanics,
Yes.
right?
There are some other ones that are more inclusive because we understand that other sectors and other communities also wants to penetrate our
dollar's
community.
a dollar. It
A
doesn't
dollar's
matter
a
who
dollar.
gives it to you.
A dollar is a dollar.
Right.
So building that infrastructure and understanding
Right.
what their needs are, it's one of the biggest things. I go to bed and I think about it. What is it that I need to understand? What is it that I need to comprehend when it comes to not only making myself more relevant, but ensuring that I'm building a system or a structure that's going to benefit that business.
And here's one area where I presume the Hispanic Chambers can be very helpful, and that's in the area of procurement. Even in our industry, the cable industry, we have certain targets for minority-owned businesses, including Latino businesses. I actually had the honor of covering the industry's recent procurement fair that was targeting businesses with minority ownership. That's an area where you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And so you got to be very helpful in that realm.
Yeah, and on that it comes a lot on our chambers understanding that. And I think that there was a wave on just getting people certified. You know,
Right.
getting our businesses through DGAs, through Caltrans, to the local utilities, to whichever certification they needed to get through to be a minority-owned business. But when then our businesses were going into in front of our charter communications
Right.
or that Southern California Edison
Right.
or the PG&Es, they weren't ready.
Right.
They were not ready. They didn't have the portfolio. They didn't have the right information. They didn't have the right approach on how to do it. So when it comes to being in that competitive field, not only they had that certification, but they weren't contract ready.
It's more than certification. But who knew? I mean, I never knew that you had to be certified for certain procurement programs, but you offer that insightful information.
Yeah, and not only we do it and disseminate it through the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, but we empower locals to do so too. So we have a training, series of training through our procurement initiative in which we go into those chambers and empower them to host not only those certification workshops, but the contract readiness workshops as well.
I want to talk about, if I may, some upcoming events.
Sure.
I know this summer you'll have a convention kickoff.
Oh, I'm busy.
But let's talk about the September convention, because that is the significant event. It's being held in Riverside, September 21st to the 23rd. Tell us about it.
That is correct. So Riverside was one of the places that people say you will never go to it. You'll never go to it because it's not Inland Empire. And Inland Empire apparently is hard to sell.
But I mean, look, I guess I'm biased. We have a bureau there. I know the Inland Empire well. I know it has an incredibly diverse population with wonderful folks of all stripes.
Yeah, well, we're really happy to say that that's not correct, that we actually see the value of going into those regions because we understand that, as I said with San Diego, how they're different, the business are different.
Has such a large Latino population.
It does, and that's what attracted us the most. It is. So we're going to be there from the 21st to the 23rd of September, the day after my birthday, which I'm going to be celebrating there. And we start off the day with our international trade initiative, and then we gearing into one of the things that I really wanted to push, which was innovation in our millennials. I always tell our members, you know, I'm going to be your member in 5 years. If you don't capture my attention, if you don't get me involved through the chambers, our chambers are going to become obsolete. So we have a chart tank, which is another initiative that we integrated last year, and it goes with access to capita, but also, you know, attracting that new generation, a new way for thinking for Latino businesses. So we're really excited about that. The next day, the 22nd, will be all about our Latinas. All about our Latinas, because we understand that they go through a different circumstances and different issues that they need to deal with.
And in our final moments, the third day?
Our third day is a business and chamber day. That's when, you know, our executives get recognized, our businesses get recognized.
You'll come back?
I will be there.
His name is Juan Garcia, Deputy Director of the California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. I'm Brad Pomerance, Local Edition.
Thank you.
So, I wanted to tell you, I wanted to make an offer.